you here tonight, gathering to share ways to improve club progress, increase club membership, and develop individual leadership, all for the purpose of improving yourselves and others to increase your impact on serving the children of the world. It is service that pulls us together and keeps us tied into the hearts and minds of others like us and the people we help. As you may know, this year the Carolinas District of Circle K is celebrating its 50th year of service. That is impressive in my book, and I'm incredibly excited that I get to be a part of this milestone for such an amazing organization. Can you imagine that? 50 years of serving the communities in not only North and South Carolina, but also in the various cities and countries that our driven clubs have visited. With Circle K being the branch of the Kiwanis family, which boasts the most service hours per member, that's a lot of service. You all have just celebrated a milestone for Kiwanis as well, the 90th anniversary this past year, to which I say congratulations. The longevity of our organizations and their steadfast holds on making a difference in the lives of others is something to be proud of, to wish to be a part of, and strive to maintain. I talk about service, but there is much more to that word than 7 letters. When I served on the International Service Committee last year, we were asked to define what service meant to us. My answer? What we do in Circle K International is not something special. It is not quite service as much as it is duty. I look at my own 2 hands, and I can't think of anything else better to do with them than to contribute my part in shaping a better world. That doesn't apply only to Circle K. I know that by being a part of Kiwanis, you all hold this idea in your minds and demonstrate your belief through your actions. We all care. We all want to serve the children of the world. We all wouldn't be here today if we didn't have defining moments in our lives when we realized that yes, the Kiwanis family makes a difference. I've had 2 that I can clearly remember. My first moment occurred junior year of high school. There was a small nonprofit a few streets down from school that provided essentials and programs for low-income families at minimum cost or for free. I started volunteering there as a part of Key Club my freshman year and continued until I graduated. There was one particular child there whom I saw a few days a week. His older brother would be in the other room at the after-school tutoring program, so he would hang around the office with me while I did work on the computer. Jonathan was an adorable child. He would run to hug me every day and call me mommy. One day, after finishing a floor puzzle with me, he stood up and started patting his stomach. He then told me, "I want to be fat." I was confused. I told him, "But being fat isn't healthy." With the wisdom of a 6-year-old, he said, "But if I'm fat, I'm never hungry, and I'm always hungry. If I can get fat, I can be full all the time." I was taken aback. I tried to hide my deeper concern by taking him to get a snack, but it was hard to swallow what he had just told me. Sometimes the cold facts hit you in the face. And though they could have been the innocent words of a child, they were true. I realized then that my time with him and his family's participations in all the programs that I was volunteering for, they were making a difference for him. My second moment was an eye-opening trip to the Dominican Republic with Duke Circle K in my sophomore year. 20 of us stayed in an under-construction church in a small community for 10 days. We worked on implementing sports programs, clearing out wrecked schoolyards, building water filters, delivering and teaching about medical supplies, and creating latrines for the families. From sun up to sundown, we all worked diligently to help these people by digging for hours, mixing cement by hand, carrying gallons of water from a river a mile away, and so much more. What struck me on this trip was not the persistence with which Circle K members carried on with their tasks, even though that was very impressive as well, but the overall appreciation and enthusiasm we brought to the community in El Batey. Several Dominicans jumped right in and helped with our projects. One young man was always ready to hop into one of the latrine holes that we were making every time we got overheated or tired, and he would just dig to his heart's content. Men and boys with machetes came to the schoolyard we were cleaning up and went to work on the weeds and undergrowth without us even asking. We jokingly traded them a baseball game for doing that, which we played the next day and proceeded to embarrassingly lose. Our contact there translated to us just how inspired we were making everyone, and how much we were bringing the community closer for them to enact these projects to better their lives. It was so wonderful, and I loved knowing that what we had done would remain in El Patay for years. My fondest memories throughout high school and college have been because of the Kiwanis family. Look at all the budding leaders you are supporting. These opportunities would not have been possible for me or others had it not been for sponsoring clubs. I tell people this all the time because it's true. I only applied to colleges that had Circle K clubs. That's how much of an impact the Kiwanis family had on me. I urge you to look to your SLPs and help pave the way for these defining moments for them, because they are doing something for this world and will not let the negative things in their life get in the way. They are our future leaders. They are our future Kiwanians. The intensity and determination that I see amongst fellow Circle K members floor me. We are passionate about service. We are not doing it for a resume or college applications. We're doing it because we know we can make a difference. And I thank all of you who are currently supporting SLPs in one way or another, or any other program that helps develop our future servant leaders. I invite all of you to celebrate with Circle K at our 50th District Convention this year, from February 25th to 27th in Cary. Whether for a session, for the whole convention, we would love to see you there, so that you can see the faces of those shakers and movers of the world who are proud to be part of our family. Thank you to the clubs of Rock Hill, East Cooper Mount Pleasant, Kenley, and Greenville, North Carolina, and individuals Henry Buck, Randy Swing, and past Governor Elizabeth Teza for already supporting our event. Please visit the Circle K table throughout the weekend, or find Governor Jackie or me to talk about how you can support Circle K, or talk about anything at all. I mean, I'm graduating soon, so if you have job offers, let's get together. I'm just kidding.
Not kidding, but not really.
Thank you all. You have been wonderful.
Thank you for all that you have done for our organization. And certainly, it's an impressive resume coming up through Key Club and then the Circle K. Is there, and I know you have a few defining Kiwanis moments there already, so has there been another moment this year throughout your service that has really stood out for you? Okay, if you got one from last year, that'd be fine. Yeah, just something that's... Too many to choose from. Had a full career. That's great.
It's really hard. What are my favorite parts?
You're on.
Okay. I guess actually one of my favorite projects. It's not just a one-time project, but it's ongoing. Is our district large scale service project with the Boys and Girls Homes of Lake Waccamaw. I enjoy going there because not only do we make a big impact on the homes there, but also the Circle K members that come out become inspired. And our biggest turnout is during our fall semester, when we have a lot of prospective Circle K members come. And then when I find out later that they have joined Circle K because of that weekend that we spent at the Boys and Girls Homes, and that through joining Circle K, they can help out with a lot more service. It's just, it's twofold.
Great. And I know that anyone that's ever had a chance to go to the Boys and Girls Home of Lake Waccamaw is forever touched for the things that they do there. How many different international conventions have you been to?
I have been to 3.
3?
Mm-hmm. For Circle K. I was actually at the Kiwanis International one in Vegas too.
Which one of them did you enjoy the most?
I'd have to say my first international convention I really enjoyed because it was my first experience. It was in Denver, and since I go back home for the summer, so I took a long 14-hour road trip to Denver and made a lot of friends that way. But that was exciting because it was my first one. But I really, really enjoyed this past one in St. Louis because I was an active part of it and planning the large-scale service project and much more invested in it.
How many hours did you guys put in? Do you remember?
Per member or just in
Overall. So.
We had 140 attendees and everyone averaged about 27 hours of service. So,
In a week?
in 3 days.
3 days. So now, when you graduate, where do you plan on living? You got a city picked out?
I'm not quite sure yet, actually. I'm actually going to go back home for the summer at least. My family is planning on going. We're spending a month in Vietnam to visit family that I haven't seen in 15 years.
Okay.
But after that, I don't know. Wherever the world takes me.
Okay. Well, there'll be a Kiwanis Club there, or we can build one. Now, you want to let's give another shameless plug to come to the Circle K District Convention in Raleigh at the Embassy Suites, I believe, right? And that is the last weekend in February. So if you're sponsoring a Circle K club, we need some help getting our members there, right? All right, thank you. Have a seat. We're going to call up Prince. And I mean, this is Johnny, but I'm just sitting here like an incoming guest. Our final presentation comes from Governor Prince.